Pretty hype stuff, guys. Chicken Man's going to be joining me for the finals. This is so sick.
For the grand finals.
This Friday. What's up, Chicken Man?
What is up, my dude? What's up? We got a banger of a finals.
Yeah, and I had a feeling we missed some serious shit because that Percival series, I have a feeling those replays are going to be a banger.
Oh, yeah.
Of Cyan and
Oh,
Percival.
We got to make sure to get those because
yeah,
nobody was casting them, unfortunately.
He's good about sending them. Well,
Nice,
sir, I
nice,
think
nice.
you got the honors on this one.
All right, give me 1 second here. My scene switcher decided to stop switching scenes. How rude is that?
Scene switcher? You mean Control Alt 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 on a numpad? That's what I do.
No, because I stopped doing that after my first year of streaming. Back in the good old days. All right. Speaking of somebody from the good old days, spawning in the lower right-hand corner, he's been playing StarCraft a very long time. And like the rest of us, he's getting old. It is Sizestar Gaming's special.
And his opponent in the upper left, he's red. Sadly, he's teamless. Give it up for Sue, our, former world champion, back from retirement Zerg player.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And busting out the good old strat, the pool first.
Yeah, Special also getting cheeky with a double gas. It's not going 2-Rax Reaper either.
Huh, okay. So, Future opened with a barracks in the wall like this, and it was, I'll tell you, the most standard opening in the world, other than the fact that he put his barracks in the wall.
Huh.
And I guess Special's doing the same. Like, this is the exact same thing that Future did, and I was really confused, but this must be kind of a thing now.
Well, I will say this. It is Special. This second SCV, I think, Chicken Man, is going to be a factory.
It is, yeah. So factory before CC.
This is
so
like a
he
TBT
is getting a
build.
little cheeky. Yeah. But it's all in the wall here, which does mean Sue's going to scout it. But what is Special planning to do with this? I guess, you know what, though? It really, fully hard counters the early Ling Sue was going for.
Yeah.
So maybe that's the play. It's worth noting that Sue just did an early pull into early Roach Warren against Future. Now, I know Special did not see that because Special was busy playing his own game. But he might know that Sue likes to do those early pulls. That has been a little bit more popular lately.
Yeah, I will say this, Chicken Man. I know you had a banger with Future and Sue. Percival made games, out of one game in particular. He made a game out of something everybody thought he was dead, pretty much. Percival flexing that skill that we all say, as the underdog. No, he is quite good. He did go down
pretty
2-0,
sick.
but he was insanely good series.
I love hearing that because I feel like Percival has maybe underperformed a little bit lately. He was looking pretty decent for a while there, and it felt like he's fallen off a little bit. But it's good to hear him putting out good games. We also had Spear in, another Korean Terran, who I think a lot of people don't really know. This bracket has been full of surprises, which has been so cool.
Yeah, and then we had surprises even if they were unlucky. We now have SOS finally confirmed KSL. He's like, I will play.
Yes.
I will be joining. I overslept today. And Haas, what a hero.
Would love to see it. We love to see it. I mean, those are your boys right there. That's what. If anybody in the pro scene is Kirktown, it's those two. So.
Yeah, exactly. That said, Special not finding any damage here. This is great defense from Sue.
It is. He's done a great job so far. You're so right though. This is. It feels like a TVT build.
Yeah.
Just throwing Reapers and Hellions at him.
And I think he's going into a 2-1-1. Look at this. He's got his tech lab. He's building his, well.
Yeah, you know what? I think you might be right here. I think he might swap to the reactor when this barracks is done. But he's keeping the pressure on. He's got a proxy liberator that he's
my God, he did this
sending into the main base.
He literally did this against fucking Percival. And he did nothing but produce liberators. But this is 2-base Muta out of Sue. It's gotta be. There's no Roach Warren.
I mean, I think Sue right now is just trying to like hold on.
Yeah,
you're right though. There goes that Spire. But the Queens are starting to get very low out here. They have no transfuse energy. They're pulling back onto creep, but Liberator continuing to be annoying in the main base. This is beautiful out of Special. Sue's got to be struggling a little bit here.
Yeah, there's that Spire. It is 2-base Muta. We should, I mean, I kind of was thinking it could be just from how he opened. The timing of the pool and Sue being Sue and OG, you know? But this, how does 2-base Muta work against somebody that's making, well, he stopped making the, he scouted the Spire, I think.
Yeah, I think so. He spotted the Spire now.
Reactor
so Special
Vikings.
knows what's coming. He's already building 3 Marines at once, right? He's got another barracks on the way. He's got the eBay coming down. I think he just drops turrets. The thing is, with 2-base Muta, considering how much damage Special's done already with these early game Hellions, they're going to get a couple of drones as well. But he's been trading with all these Lings. I think he killed a Queen even. Killed 6 drones. I feel like he can just do this with Marines. Like, Sue is not going to have the economy to build 8 Mutas and have enough Lings and Queens out to really deflect a bunch of Marines. So I feel like Special might just go Stim Marine, keep the pressure on.
Well, the funny thing is about Special, too, he always finds these moments, even when things are going rough. I'm like, I'm curious to see how he's played. He's got some life circumstances going on and everything. But at the end of the day, Special is always one. When he's playing strong, he's playing hella strong. And his strategies are just so special.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. And I mean, I miss the hell out of TY, but Special, of course.
Yeah, he delivers TY.
It's very similarly, right? Yeah, like they have that kind of wild and out there playstyle, which you don't get from very many Terrans. There are very few Terrans that do that. So I always love watching Special for that reason. But the Mutas are coming in. Sue is getting +1 for them. He must be hanging out with like Mio Micah or something, because who gets +1 Mutas against Terran? Except Demi earlier.
Oh, by the way, even though maybe a bit different, shout out to Spear. Were you in the series with me on with Spear playing against Nice?
No, I didn't. I cast the next one. I cast Spear up against Future, which was also a banger.
He did lose the one game, but imagine 1-base builds, and he actually built a Thor against Protoss. I thought we were watching Dolan.
That's like, so sick. I love this. The strategies that have come out in this KSL are more wild, more out there, and way more fun than what we usually get. This KSL, I feel like, has been really special.
I feel like the SummerSlam, I'm hoping they actually bring the fun to show people what Korean StarCraft is. Because as much as the European boys and the Brits and stuff all love their kinsmen, if you will, I can picture Roddy just going ape shit with the games we've had when he actually gets a chance to look at it.
Absolutely. Well, Banespeed's about to finish for Sue. He's gonna dive on top of this. Widowmine's not getting the best hits. Ooh, Special needs better mines than that. He still has a lot of Marines behind this. He's off creep. Medevac's starting to get taken down by the Mutas as well. Sue is just completely on the back foot here, but I think he's feeling decently comfortable holding on against this. Special doesn't have a 3rd base down. In fact, he doesn't have a 3rd CC. What is happening here? Special is like 2-base all in right now.
Dude, he's playing
Sue's on 57 drones. He knows. He's recognized, hey, you're very committed to this. And Sue just needs to hold on, and he's in a decent spot.
He's giving a nod to the to the highest Grandmaster in Psystorm Gaming. I think he's on a 2-base all in. He's doing a tribute to GM Skylar.
Little mines! Not getting the hits on the Banelings that I think Special was looking for, and the Marines got to keep running. He could try to go for some splits here. How's your Marine micro? Turns out it's pretty decent, but the Banelings still getting good connections, and these Mutas are here to clean up the mess. Special down to 66 supply. And, well, it's looking like Sue should be able to just push through here. The Mutas are too much. GG. Sue takes that one. I mean, what a game, man. The 2-base Muta to counteract the heavy early pressure.
Yeah, well, we have a moment. I just want to say, guys, please use these Matcherino codes.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Matcherino codes left to use up. They are free. You don't have to pay any money to use those Matcherino codes. We have 40 of them left. Come on, guys. I know you can do it.
Yeah, we can. We can do it. I might actually go to the Cranky Ducklings and be rude. I have to limit how much shit I have open on my... You're funny. So you use a scene switcher. I'm guessing you got a Stream Deck at some point, too. Everybody's been like, Dave, but I'm like... I'm still going to use macro keys for something because I work in IT. And I also...
So, what I have is actually a ghetto Stream Deck.
Mm-hmm.
I have free software and a cheap tablet.
My Stream
Deck. But the reason I stopped using macro keys actually was because you hit so many like random buttons in StarCraft. I was always afraid I was going to accidentally make a macro key that I needed to like hotkey something in StarCraft.
Yeah. No, I got you.
So I switched to using a free software and an old phone, and that held me for like 2 years. I just had an old phone underneath my monitor.
I tried doing
and
that.
a free software, and it was very good. I did that for a long time. Now I have a tablet. It's just fancier version of the same thing.
Like, honestly, if it were me, I'd like it all at the same level of the keyboard with the extension, maybe on like my left hand or something. Just something to the side that's at keyboard level. You know what I mean? If that makes sense.
I get you.
I
get you.
But it's not as important as what we got going on here.
No, it's not. We're just filling time, really, and trying to fill this series with hot builds. Is our Terran player in the upper right-hand corner. Wasn't quite able to take game one, but it is a best of 5. It's a long time to come back into it. For Psystorm Gaming, it's Special.
Yeah, and his opponent in the bottom left in the red, spiny, slimy, or whatever drones, looking like crabs. It is Sue. Both these guys, I don't know. I think Special is not just going to go down. I hope he's not going to go down. He's doing the same thing for
I know
low ground.
the pool first, and Special, yeah, he's doing the low ground barracks. It's funny that Special's not doing the low ground 2 racks, which has been the hallmark of every... Oh, wait, as I say that, the second SCP comes down. All right, so he is doing the low ground 2 racks.
Yeah, he's doing the Maru.
This is the bread and butter of every single Terran player against Zerg right now. I call it the Beyond. I thought Beyond did this first. Was this
Beyond
Maru
did it first, but Maru's been making it... Maru's been bringing it back, is what it is. Why I call it the Maru. He was doing it so much for a lot of the other tournaments lately.
Yeah.
That
well, it's been very... I've seen a lot of other Terran players using it too. It's just such a solid opening build.
But I'll be honest, it was GSL and KSL. It was after that Maru was doing it there. That's a hard flex to us and to you, chat. To you patrons, hard flex to KSL. That literally brought that back. I'm not joking. I'm pretty confident of that, Chicken Man. Isn't that wild?
For sure. KSL too good, man. What can I say? I just like that there's the variety of it. You can open 2 racks. You could do 3 racks. It could just be 3 Reapers here for Special, and then full macro, which is exactly what it's going to be in this case. Or you could just cheese the absolute hell out of the Zerg player. But it's really nice against these early pool builds, which I think is probably the big reason why it's been being played so much. Dark was going pool first against Terrans like every single game. It looks like Sue's been doing it too. It's such an annoying thing, and it's so momentum focused for the Zerg that I think Maru and Beyond, and now the other Terrans too, like, you're tired of it. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna start off with the early momentum. I'm gonna make you respond to me. You try to cheese me. I have the perfect defense. I already have 2 barracks. I already have a full wall. These Lings do nothing. And now Stu opened with a non-economic focus build, and Special's just having a great time over here.
I think Stu realizes maybe he heard about the points. I'm actually going to message the players, even if they're ESL. I should have. And I apologize for that, Chicken Man, and patrons and viewers. But the reason is I didn't want to bother them when they're at whether they've been knocked out or whatever. They're traveling to Europe. You know what I'm saying? And they're focusing on larger tournaments. You know what I mean? Out of respect. But at the end of the day, apparently they were interested because Haas was sad he couldn't play today when he saw the bracket. I think he wanted to play, period. But from Europe, Chicken Man, that's a gamer.
Damn, that is a true gamer. Well, I think, a lot of people were interested in playing today because we don't have Maru, Beyond, Hero, Solar, Dark playing. So, a lot of these guys are more likely to go further than they ever really would. I think it's kind of cool. That's why I actually pushed to make sure we did a tournament during Jönköping, was because I was hoping the bracket would look like this. And I guess I'm not the only one enjoying it, because Ian M7 just gifted 10 subs.
Yo!
Like an absolute hero.
Go Ian M7. Chicken Man doesn't get to stream that much, so you guys, I appreciate hearing Chicken Man getting fucking some subarenas, which he needs, because he puts all of it. He put your fucking what you do stream is all quality these days, bruh. It's all quality.
That's what I try to do. Like, it's quality over quantity, because it's certainly not quantity right now. But yeah, I really do appreciate it. Trying to stream more.
Not saying you never, you're, in my opinion, you always have had quality streams. But at the end of the day, your focus has definitely shifted. After you grind enough, everybody starts losing some quality in the mix. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. There's an inverse correlation, I think, to grinding hard and the quality. But Special's bringing some quality gameplay here. We got the drop in the main that the Lings are going to shove away. But there's a ton of Hellions and Reapers. Oh, the Battle Cruiser on the way. Hellions and Reapers decide not to dive in. Special not really finding any damage here. Good defense from Sue so far.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, this is only part 1 of the battle, because there is a Battle Cruiser on the way right now, right at the front of the wall. But Sue has no idea.
That's
he has no idea he's scouting the main.
Oh my god.
His Overseer's like, hey, where's all your buildings at, dude?
Jesus.
They're all up front. I love this. All right, well,
my god.
I mean, we don't see Battle Cruisers that often, but you know what else just finished?
Well,
Aspire.
Yeah, he's got
6 mutas on the way. Now, Muta's not that great against Battle Cruisers, but if Special teleports his BC over here, he's going to be in a world of hurt. And he just dove on a bunch of drones, didn't get them, and lost all of his Hellions, so his map presence is gone. Oh, I don't like this at all for Special. As he dives into the main base, there's already a Spore Crawler here. The Mutas pop at the perfect time. And this BC has to leave. It has to leave. It's fighting in Spore range. It's just sacrificing itself. 12 drones, 13 drones going down. That is so insanely not worth it for that Battle Cruiser. Special is in a lot of trouble right now. He does have Stim and Marines behind this, so the Mutas can't just walk across the map and win. It's not like he's got 4 tanks or something. But that sucked for Special.
Well, he is dropping missile turrets, Chicken Man. As much as I agree, I don't think he's just dead. It's not that many mutas right now. And
he's certainly not dead. He's certainly not dead. He got enough drone damage done where Sue's economy isn't great. I think Sue's going to want to drone up a bit. But again, there's no third CC for Special. So that position he was in last game where he was all-inning on 2 bases, guess what? Same story this game.
Well,
but Sue's got Bane speed on the way. He's got 1-1 starting up. Special needs to get going now before any of that really kicks in.
The one good thing he has going, right? Well, other than stem finishing and some other things, if he can bide time some way, somehow against this, he needs to hold He needs to try to drop that base because he has the worker count. Sue's only on 3 hatches because he opened 2 base muted. And it's, you know what I'm saying? For Terran to be at 54 workers on a 2 base all in against Zerg, I think Special is kind of... I wouldn't put it past him to have a pretty damn delayed 3rd base. Knowing Special.
I mean, just
it's
the
weird,
longer it goes, the harder it's going to be for him to take a 3rd.
But he has to...
I think he could, but I feel like the window of that being successful is really dwindling, and Sue is respecting the hell out of this. There's no 4th base for Sue. He is not droning up. He's at 67. He's been there. He's just getting his upgrades, and he's just building his army. He is waiting because the moment Special comes across, I mean, this is it. Special is pretty much completely all in. He needs to get at least a ton of damage done. And the longer this delays, the better it is for Sue. Sue is just building units and units and units. His 1-1 is getting very close.
Well, my hopium, as Sal would say right here, or is it copium for Special would be, like I said, if he got something done, but now, like Centrifugal Hooks is done and 1-1's about to finish, like you said.
Oh my god, the Lings and Banes diving in. Bit of an anti-timing for Sue, as that 1-1's not quite done yet. And there's a lot of Marines here. Special has those 3 tanks, up on the high ground, but they're not really pressuring a base right now. Like, Sue can just kind of push this back and then pull back. Yeah, the tanks need to move forward to be really a threat. And there are a lot of mutas out. These mutas have +1. There's 16 of them. If those tanks are left exposed for a half a second, they will get taken down.
Yeah, that's
that's a huge stim for Special too. Medevac's working overtime, a double stim on a lot of these Marines. He's bringing them all up. Lings and Banes coming in for the flank. Sue trying to clear through this Banelings, chasing the Marines on the creep. And I think that might just be it as the mutas clean up the tanks. Special down under 100 supply. He's going to try to lift up and boost away, but he has reinforcements out here getting caught by the Lings, getting caught by the mutas. The mutas are actually just taking this fight against the Marines. GG, Sue goes up 2-0 in this best of 5.
Still Special bringing us some really, really cool games, even if that wasn't his...
Oh, yeah.
The TVT series, I'm just telling you, Percival and Special... Han Mono played actually really well, too. By the way, I forgot.
Do love me some Han Mono. We've had some good Terran representation today.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice. I feel like we have a lot of Protoss and Zerg, usually, unless Beyond and Maru show up. But we usually have a lot of Protoss and Zerg at the end, and it's kind of nice to have some Terrans in here today.
Yeah, but either way, we don't usually end up in stuff, and I know for a lot of content creators are like, we're not mentioning names. I actually, you know what I'm going to do other than you doing replay packs, even though his ass is doing a fantastic job, and I'm happy to see the 2 Dutchmen there, well, many Dutchmen there, but Loco. You know his ass is going to get a message from Dave after this telling him some series and sending him some replays. Oh, yeah. It'd be like, this is what you need to look out for. Chicken Man's on it. I'm on it. We're getting it. I get it. I try to just get them to get it to you is all I do, but
I usually send Loco. If there's like a really good series,
same.
I'll mention it to him.
Dude, that's awesome because we both cover different shit usually. So
yeah,
dude, we're like, you know what I'm saying. We're proud of the community's baby, but are the fruits of our labor, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, we both put in a ton of work to this, and I think at least I am. I don't want to speak for you, but I think you are too, really, really proud of what the KSL has turned into and how long it's been going, how much the community has supported it, and I'm super stoked for the Summer Slam. Yeah, I'm so ready for it.
Same. Want to change it up this game, Chicken Man? Are you tired now? Yeah. Go for it.
Spawning in the upper left-hand corner of Dragon Scales. We have our blue Zerg player again, early pooling. He just loves to drop that spawning pool. It is Sue.
And his opponent in the bottom right going for the same strategy again. Representing Psystorm Gaming, my brother from another mother down in Mexico. It is Special. And I just wanted to say, I didn't give Sibba John enough attention. One of my mods and a little memester and a good kid. because he refuses to use TTS. I don't have it enabled on this scene, and he's like, Dave told me not to, so I won't use it because I got a little ragey.
That's very kind of chat to listen to what streamer says.
Well, he's doing it to a fault. I'm like, dude, you can use it. I was just mad, a little bit, and he continued on. Anyway, look, it's the same shit. It's the same shit.
It is, yeah. I was actually kind of expecting Special to go for the 3rd Rax in the main and 3 Rax Reaper Cheese Sue, but I liked what he did last game. So I didn't really talk about it too much. Obviously, the Battle Cruiser was a lot of fun. But usually, when you do the 2 Rax Reaper opening, you go into essentially a 2-1-1, right? You do like a 16 Marine drop follow-up. He didn't. He just kept building Reapers, built a few Hellions out of the factory, and was pressuring with those units again, which is what he did in game 1. He seems to be really liking pressuring with the Reapers and Hellions in TVZ.
Yeah, no, it is cool, and it makes sense because that's kind of what you do anyway, but it's just more Reaper heavy than normal. It's very TVT style, and it kind of shows that you're not going that fast for Marines, right? So it is a bit of a telegraph that something else is coming behind it, but I did really like it. It's unfortunate that Sue's been really digging the mutas lately, apparently, in this matchup, because that base he just teleported straight into mutas popping. It was like the worst case scenario for Special. Oh, no.
And he played it out, but...
Special's doing the build I absolutely hate, but I don't know in this situation. This is the Oliveira build. The 4X. And I love Oliveira. I made my comments jokingly because, Terrans and, whatever, and memes, but obviously the world champ, and especially now, I'm so sad for that guy. But anyway, Oliveira does this. He's done it in our tournament before, and I've seen him do it in the 4X against Zerg at the timings. Even with stem and combat shields, the problem is usually they're going to have banelings. And as you know, even once you go on creep, even without speed, they're pretty good.
That's very true.
Without medevacs,
I will say, Sue has been favoring the early mutas, and his lair is 2/3 of the way done. So if Sue goes 2 base mutas, which is kind of what it feels like is happening here, I don't know. I feel like walking a bunch of Stim Marines across the map is a really good counter to that.
Oh, yeah. He's going to... Yeah, actually, now that you say that, the timing's going to be so sick. In this case, it works out. But, I mean, like, there's so many other situations it's bad against.
It's a very weird build. And I have seen people go for this 4Rax and then just not attack with the Marines. And then they just get into medevacs, and it's kind of like a normal game.
Yeah.
And I think that you can macro out of this for sure. But this can put a lot of pressure on. And I mean, I think Special's just going to move across. Stim is getting pretty close. Combat Shields is almost done. He's going to have a lot of Marines out very soon. And the Spire is started up. You mentioned Banelings, but my friend, I do not see the nest of the Banes.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit. The layer's there, the Spire's there. It's going to take a while for the Baneling nest to go down. But
Sue is seeing all these Marines. He's got to know, right? There's the Bane nest. But even then, it feels so late. A Spine Crawler. Oh, man.
This is the Spines because he sees the bio, but... Here's the thing. Sue did the same thing. It's part of his build anyway. When you go 2 base muta, normally, if you're not going full send and cheesing it out, it's like different than 2 base muta versus Protoss, right? You're getting that Bane nest because you're usually anticipating bio. But
it's feeling a little late right now because the Marines are on the doorstep. There's the Stim. Ooh, the Link Surround is very sick, but the Marines are a little bit too strong for that. That's the high energy queen, but she pulls back, transfusing her friends, and it looks like Sue's gonna get the cleanup. It's not the prettiest thing in the world. A lot of Lings just died, but Sue's gonna be able to get that Spire up and spend all of that 500 gas that he had in the bank. Not a ton of mutas coming out, but enough where I think Special's got to respect it on the other side of the map.
I wish Special actually stayed where he was. He would have got the drone to deny the 3rd. He can still do all that.
Honestly, the Marines could just walk over there and cancel it right now.
Yeah, they can, but this is what I'm talking
about. The mutas
are
popping. Ooh, is Special going to spot this with the Marines out on the map? I don't think he noticed them. Oh, but the mutas are coming back. They want to try to come defend. There's actually not really anything here. So the Marines are going to stim up the ramp. The mutas have to defend, but this is not really what they want to do here. Special's going to try to target them down. They pull back. The Queens are going down. This is looking dicey. Oh.
Special if he gets some kinds of economic damage, he may have a shot. Yeah, it's.
I mean, I really like this for Special. Honestly,
yeah,
he is trading Marines for like important units. He's killing early mutas. He's killing Queens. He killed, I think, a couple of drones.
Yeah,
no third behind this is really painful. Again, it's just 3 games in a row where Special's like, third CC. He's actually like Valve. He just can't count to 3.
Well, here's the problem. We have centrifugal hooks on the way. I agree with you completely. We have +1 flyer attacks on the way. He did get some really key units. He did bring Sue down to 1 queen, right? So just the 1 queen. He's got another one coming. That is the only one Brenda right here.
Yeah, actually, there's 1 larva right now. Sue is starved for larva. Look how much money he has in the bank. He needs so much larva. Those could all be Zerglings right now, but he just can't build them.
Well,
that is painful.
Yeah, it is, but the fact that centrifugal hooks is done is kind of scary. We have +1 infantry weapons. I'm with you. This is kind of a coin flippy match, my friend. I feel like in both regards. But it's overstim Marines.
Yeah, half of that Marine army was in the red just from stimming. More Marines showing up to help support this dropship and push Sue backwards. But you're right, centrifugal hooks is actually a huge deal here. Sue needs to make sure he gets enough Lings and Banes out, but Special doesn't have any support for these Marines right now. 1 tank finally showing up.
I'll be honest, tanks aren't the answer, though. What's the answer, Chicken Man? You know it. You know it. I know it. We know it.
Widow mines!
Yeah, window memes, as you called them in the past, right?
That's right.
Oh, free medevacs!
Ooh, those medevacs running through the wrong side of town there. Banelings do need to come up and try to push this back. +1 is done for the mutas. That makes them so much stronger here, especially against these overstim Marines.
Well,
I really wish Special... Okay, finally, he's lifting his 3rd base. I can't believe he actually built one this game.
Smart. He should have I'm telling you, the battle cruiser thing or not, he should have put some emphasis in macro in it.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. The muta count's getting out of control. He's up to 14 +1 mutas. Special needs to be really careful. There is a tipping point where too many Marines die and suddenly the mutas just win the fight. He's going to target down the siege tank and he is going to push this back. Too many Lings and Banes here for Sue. And Special is getting routed. He's getting cleaned up. This is what Sue has been waiting for. This is why he's been so patient. And now this 3rd base that Special's finally landing is in some trouble. And this is why Special doesn't take 3rd bases, guys. He shouldn't have listened to the casters. He should have just 2-base all in. And now his reinforcements are getting jumped on. Is this it for Special?
Well, the supply do not lie.
Does not lie. I mean, it's pretty close, but you know what it's telling me is that Special has no army out. He has 10 more workers than his opponent. Oh, sorry, make that 3 more workers than his opponent, but that does not help you against the mutas.
Well, he's about to lose about 100 more workers right here at these. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, Marines are popping out into the claws of death. And this seems like just about it. There's the GG. Sue takes the 3-0 over Special, looking insanely strong in this KSL Grand Finals.
You know something? I have to say. You know where those medevacs went to?
Where'd they go?
They got taken down to Kirktown by Mr. Sue. I spelled this. Yeah, that's funny. You want to see if we can get a cheeky interview in, or no?
I am not going to partake in an interview. You can double check, though. I will let you and Maddox decide on the interview situation. And I am going to run away for the day.